Hello, everyone. Sean Henderson Pierre, the Beer and TV Ramble, doing a review of Heineken, 5% ABV by volume, made from the Netherlands. Got my Alabama cup here. I don't root for Alabama, but a cup that I have that's here. 5% ABV. Gets a poor score on Beer Advocate 65. The brothers also give it a poor score of 68. What do they know? But this beer is one of the beers I've had been around for a very long time. I remember having this when I was my first beer I sipped when I was 16 years old. I remember trying it and I thought it was pretty decent, but and then all of a sudden I got a little bit loopy afterwards. It was the first beer I sipped. It was at 16 and at the time, and I've have other beers that I would sip over the years, from friends or people will hook us up and get beers for us. So anyway, I said 5% ABV by volume. Um, whatever it is about these foreign beers, Heineken and Beck's, if you will, you know, these beers for whatever the reason tend to have they say the alcohol content is 5 or 4 or whatever, but they tend to feel in the way they taste. It seems to taste a lot more. There's more alcohol content. Like I felt the same with Carlsberg. I felt the same when I had Rolsch. I felt, you know, even the Czechs, Legantus Czechs Pilsner, even Pilsner Urquell, even the ABV may be a little bit low between 4 and 5, but the way they taste and the way they go down, it feels like it tastes like there's more in it. So, but anyway, Heineken does a lot of commercials, as you well know. Recently, it's the beer James Bond, the reinvigorated now new James Bond with Daniel Craig, which has been on the scene since 2005 or six, I believe, when he took over the role, which is now it's amazing, about like 10 years now. It's going to be 10 years next year since the first Bond that he took over and really kind of, in my opinion, kind of saved the franchise. But anyway, this is the beer that he drinks is Heineken. This is a beer that was very common in my household. Heineken, um, Budweiser, Guinness, Extra Stout, um, Lauren Meister Brow. Lauren Brown is still in existence. Meister Brow is not in existence. But those were the beers that were very common around my house growing up. So, um, but this beer, all we can say is nothing negative about it. I think the color you can see by my Alabama cup here. You can see there's a lot of foam, a lot of texture right here, a lot of lacing. It's a Euro style lager. Some say maybe a Pilsner. Um, will go great with some fried fish, grouper, some oysters, grilled oysters, or oysters of any way you want to have it, fried or grilled or shuck. When they shuck the oysters. Mussels, clams, prawns. I never had prawns. Anything seafood will go great with this beer. To me, a nice salad. So um, this is pretty decent. I never had anything negative about it. Now, in terms of distribution, I remember years ago there was a commercial years ago during the NBA, and they would air those commercials locally. They throw the local commercials, and they would have, um, they would do commercials for this beer as well as Amstel Light, and we all thought they were part of the same company, but turned out they were not part of the same company. Maybe they are, but Heineken International, huge company, huge global brand. The beer is basically sold everywhere. overseas. It's very popular. I enjoy it a lot, and you can't go wrong with this beer whatsoever. Um, they also took over the production of Prestige beer back in 2008. This beer was very popular in Haiti, um, but and they kept the brewery, everything in Haiti. But then when the earthquake took place in 2010, everything kind of, they kind of took over. They rebuilt the facility and then they kept the brewery there, but had taken over all control of it, but kept the name. And the beer Prestige still tastes the same as it was when I first time I had it back in 2006. Excuse me, take that back, about 2004. First time I had that beer. So, um, but it's kind of raining right now. It's a gloomy day, and I'm dreading going back to work tomorrow. So having to deal with the same bullshit. But anyhow, yeah, like I said, for the style and rating the number from between 1 to 10, I'm giving this a solid 9.5. This is a very good beer. Nothing negative about this. I think it's excellent. I get this a bit. If enough funds, I'll probably say this is one, and then probably a close second would be Beck's. Either or, I can go either way with one of the two beers. I think they both are good. So, leave your comments and your thoughts about Heineken International, Heineken Style Lager, and tell me what you think. If you agree with my scores, if you don't, whatever. So, um, I remember also another commercial with Heineken. They would do was where they didn't say, we're not doing any commercial with the bikini clad women. We're not doing any commercial with the getting off on the work day. We're just a simple commercial of friends gathering, having a cold beer, and that's it. And that's kind of how they've maintained their motto. It's an excellent beer. So again, leave your comments and your thoughts on the bottom. Tell me what you think. John Henderson here at the Beer and TV Room. I'm telling you to keep watching and cheers.